Good morning, Stoic. Think about this for a moment. What does it mean to be truly free? It's not just doing whatever you want, whenever you want. That's an illusion. True freedom comes from understanding, self-mastery, the ability to make informed decisions, and not being a slave to your own emotions or ignorance. Today, I'm going to talk about a powerful principle. Education is freedom. Put on your headphones and pay close attention. The Stoics understood this perfectly. Seneca once said, "Only those who master themselves are truly free." And how do we achieve this mastery? Through knowledge. Learning is the process of breaking free from the chains of mediocrity, fear, and manipulation. An ignorant man is a vulnerable man, tossed around by fate. An educated man, one who seeks wisdom and understanding, is unshakable. Now, let me ask you, how much of what you know today did you actively seek out? Or did you just absorb whatever the world threw in front of you? The kind of education that truly frees you is not the one given to you, but the one you pursue. And this isn't just about books. It's about observing, reflecting, testing, and applying. Knowledge is power, and power is freedom. But freedom demands responsibility. By subscribing to the channel, you are one step closer to freedom. Are you ready to take on this commitment? Why did you click on this video? Why do you seek to learn? Why do you strive to understand complex concepts, absorb new ideas, and challenge your own beliefs? Have you ever stopped to think about that? It's not to appear smarter. It's not to impress anyone. It's not to pass the time. You're seeking wisdom because you want to be free. You want to be a man who does not bend to chance, who is not a slave to his own fear, who does not get carried away by destructive impulses. This is what a true warrior does. And let me tell you a story. A long time ago, there was a young warrior in a kingdom ruled by a tyrant. This tyrant did not govern with swords or armies. He ruled through ignorance. He kept the people distracted with empty spectacles, filled with momentary pleasures, and forbade any book that could awaken critical thinking. But the restless warrior found a hidden book. A book about strategy, philosophy, and power. He began to read, and for the first time, his mind expanded. He realized his life didn't have to be limited to what the tyrant imposed. He understood that knowledge was power, and power was freedom. Every page he read was like strengthening a new muscle. But with this power came a burden. He could no longer deceive himself. He knew he was being manipulated. He knew he had to change. Now, my question to you is, have you found your forbidden book? I've seen this happen to many people. For a long time, they too were slaves to ignorance. They sought distraction in things that added nothing, filling their days with empty entertainment while their minds became complacent. But at some point, they made a simple decision that changed everything. They started reading. And it wasn't just any reading. They dove into content that taught them how to live better, control their emotions, and become unshakable in the face of difficulties. They devoured books on philosophy, Stoicism, war strategies, and psychology. And suddenly, what once controlled them, fear, anxiety, impulsiveness, lost its grip. But let me warn you, this journey is not easy. Every day, your brain will try to pull you back into your comfort zone. It will tell you it's better to watch a short video, that it's easier to play video games, that philosophy is too difficult, that thinking hurts. And do you know why? Because thinking does hurt. Gaining knowledge means facing the truth. And truth is often uncomfortable. But this is what separates common men from free men. Now answer me. Are you ready to face the truth? Are you ready to be free? Because learning is not a pastime. It is a commitment. It is an act of rebellion against ignorance. It is a challenge to a world that wants to keep you weak. Every man faces a moment in life when he must decide whether he will continue being led like a lamb or take control of his own journey. That moment could be right now. Subscribe to the channel now and take control of your life. When you choose to read, reflect, and challenge yourself mentally, you are becoming an intellectual warrior, a man who does not bow to manipulation, who does not get carried away by society's chaos, who builds his own mind into an impenetrable fortress. And that is freedom. So, next time you feel lazy, when you want to take the easy path, when you think about choosing comfort over knowledge, remember why you started. Remember the warrior who found the forbidden book and changed his story. Remember that your greatest enemy is not the world out there. It is your own desire to remain ignorant. Now, how can you apply this to your life? Simple. Create a daily learning ritual. Every day, choose to learn something new. It can be a book, an article, a lecture. But make it a non-negotiable habit. Take notes and reflect. Reading isn't enough. You need to internalize it. Write, think, debate with yourself. Act on what you learn. Knowledge without action is an illusion. Take what you've learned and apply it, even if it's just a small change each day. Cut out what weakens you. Minimize useless distractions. Social media, purposeless videos, empty conversations. Protect your mind like a king protects his castle. Surround yourself with men who seek wisdom. You are the average of the people around you. If you want to grow, walk with those who thirst for evolution. Knowledge is not there to decorate your mind. It is there to set you free. Every book you read, every concept you understand, every truth you face is a step out of the cave of ignorance. But only if you have the courage to act. So I ask you again, warrior, will you remain a slave to mediocrity, or will you fight for your freedom? The choice is yours. And to close, I'll leave you with the words of Epictetus. Only education and constant training create true freedom. As Epictetus said, what is the fruit of these teachings? Only the most beautiful and proper harvest of the truly educated, tranquility, fearlessness, and freedom. We should not trust the masses who say only the free can be educated, but rather the lovers of wisdom who say that only the educated are free. Epictetus, Discourses 2.1, 21-23a. This is the great truth that many discover along the journey of self-knowledge. Freedom does not come from the absence of obstacles, but from the ability to face them with clarity, courage, and emotional control. Ignorance imprisons, making people hostages to their own emotions, impulsive reactions, and external influences. However, the pursuit of knowledge liberates. When someone dedicates themselves to understanding themselves, life, and the principles that govern reality, they gain a power that few possess. The ability to remain calm amid chaos, to not be ruled by fear, and to act rationally and strategically when facing challenges. This process does not happen overnight, but for those who persist, the rewards are undeniable. That's why true education is not just about accumulating information, but about learning to think, to question, and to evolve. In the end, as the wise say, only the truly educated are free.